Try it again. I think it's going to work this time. All right, so as we're coming in, come into your body, feeling what it feels like to be you. Close your eyes for a second and just take a couple of breaths. So breathing, and on the exhale, imagine letting go of any tension that you can let go of. And on the inhale, drawing in energy so that the inhale you're pulling in. And in that pulling in, imagine drawing all of your selves, all of the threads of you that might have gone wandering in the night. Invite them all back into your experience right now. So, or that's not the way to put it. Invite them back into yourself so that your experience and your awareness isn't outside. You're coming back in. Just a few more breaths like that. In your own time, you can take a sigh if that feels good. You can do whatever you need to do to come in and come into presence with yourself in your body in the moment as I continue to set this up. We're going to do lymph flush. We're going to do some breath work. And then, of course, we'll do all of our normal things or some of the normal things. I'm sitting on a physio ball. You could be seated. You could be standing. That is the pea pod behind me. She's a Manx cat. Nobody cut off her tail. So let's do coherent breathing. You're going to inhale up for 6 and exhale down for 6. Coherent just means that we're getting our system into alignment with itself. So our heart rate, our blood flow, that is our heart rate. Our heart and blood are working along with our respiration, along with our endocrine, our hormones, along with all the systems working together. So we're not fighting against our own body. Exhale everything out. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, filling up, reaching to the heavens. 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, coming down to earth, grounding your energy. 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3. Taking in the inspirations. Bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2. Chest, lungs, and heart opening. 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to change it. Arms coming up the front. 2, 3, 4. Little arch in the back. 6, and then down. 2, 3. You're going to stay vertical in your spine as the arms go down. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Arch and lift to the heavens. Exhale down. 2, 3. Settling down, calming down. One more inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to stay up there. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. Arms out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down like you're growing through the middle. 4, 5, 6. Shake it out. Let it go. We're going to do a little teeny bit of who breath. So the who breath is the monkey type breath. And you're going to jump around. So just really getting your system exciting the system. So we've kind of calmed it. Now we're just going to get it going up. So bouncing around with a hoo-ha he. You can try it through your nose. Obviously, it's not going to be a hoo-ha he if it's going through your nose, but we want to keep changing the breath. So it could be like this. Squishing up our face, letting things move inside our body. Bouncing around. If it feels okay to jump, jump. If you're not ready for that, just bounce and shake. Feeling the temperature in the different parts of the room. I'm in a heated house and the floor is cold and the ceiling is hot. So just noticing what you notice in your body. Being like a spring if you are jumping, so you're really getting that rebound through your body, through your joints, happy whole body bouncing. Being ridiculous, letting go of the need to be perfect or cool, and just letting yourself be an idiot, excited, child, playful. For 10, get bigger. 9, get bigger. 8, bigger. 7, bigger. 6, can you get bigger? We're gonna go a little faster. 5, 4, bigger, bigger. 3, 2, 1, stop and relax. Just feel your body. Feel the floor underneath you. Feel your heartbeat. Rubbing your hands together. Now, I'm warm. Jumping around will get you warm. Getting some energy in between your hands. We're going to take our right hand to the left collarbone. I'm going to go above and below my collarbone with a kind of a flat hand. So I'm not jamming my fingers in. I'm moving the tissue by kind of tree frogging it, right? Getting the whole area, skin and superficial fascia, to move with my fingers. And I'm kind of going out and in along my clavicle, also known as your collarbone. Same thing on the other side. Feel your breath. Breathe as big as you need to. Relax your jaw. You might want to yawn. Open up. Preemptively get in there to this next location that we're going to. All right, coming up around the angle of the jaw. Like kind of yawning a little bit in there. Seeing if you can get that movement in your throat. Inviting spaciousness into your experience, into your body. Spacious body. And coming down. So I'm going to do that whole ridge line of my jaw really gently. I'm not trying to poke holes in my body or rip anything apart. I'm just encouraging the movement of the lymph. And our teeth even have lymph, right? There's lymph going into our teeth, which is one reason why we want to actually chew food. So like a lot of people do the smoothie thing. It's actually better for you to chew your food. If it's the only thing you can do once in a while, great. But as a habit all the time, not a great plan. Although I know a lot of people that say it's the only time I get greens. So whatever. Do what you got to do. I'm not trying to be judgy, but we are meant to chew. All right. Coming in to your next to your nose, little circles. I'm kind of just above my nostril. There's a little indentation. This is a big clearing area. Then you're going to go under your cheekbone. Again, really gentle. Squish up your face a little bit. Get the movement inside your face and coming from the outside in. And then let that go. Rub your hands together. 10 little dragons running through the forest. I don't know. These are just some of my favorite things. The lymph flush with a little bit of qigong and energy work, I feel like is just a great way to get your body moving and fluid. So fluid that my nose is running. And it's really like it's helpful for us to move the skin of our scalp against our cranium, right? So it's not like all rigidly stuck on there, but there's some movement and some flow, some fluidity. Not, it doesn't have to be a whole lot, but listen to your own body, the sort of sense of pressure and touch that feels good to you. Shake that out. Coming into K27 points, here are the edges of my collarbones. I'm going to drop down. There's a little indentation there. I'm going to go in with my finger and my thumb and just make circles. And you can try this in both directions, but probably there's one direction that's going to feel really good. And so you may want to stick with that. You may want to listen to your body and go, oh, that's the one. So this K27 point is a way of energetically bringing yourself in. And if you think about it, like our awareness is coming into this spot right in front of us, but still not in our eyes, not in our visual field. It's just underneath that. So bringing your awareness into the sensation of the movement under your collarbones or under, like as in below, that K27. Often like, oh, when people are surprised or this is a place that we naturally put our hands. So it's a great place to connect to. From there, we're going to do thymus thump with a little Tarzan. Imagine the vibration of the sound also energetically clearing up this whole area. Freeing it. Shake it out, shake it out. Just shake your whole body for a second. And then taking the right hand to the left armpit pec. Squishing it around. Again, we're not trying to hurt ourselves. If anything feels tender, be very gentle. And then the same thing on the other side. Notice your breath. Try to stay present with yourself, present with what you're feeling in your body. Let every exhale be a little release, every inhale filling up with energy. We're going to do this point underneath so like nipples and down. And you can either tap or rub. It's a spleen point, but it's also like a lymph drainage thing on an energetic level. Some of these, there's like the basic 6 that I learned from Perry Nicholson, who has a YouTube channel called Stop Chasing Pain. He is a chiropractor, and he's just all about the lymph. And then Donna Eden is an energy medicine person, and she is the other person that I got a lot of these things from. And then there's like Qigong stuff. All right, let's go into Cisterna Kylie. And let's actually do it with deep breath. So it's going to be a little bit more organized, like a pumping breath where you're going to inhale through your nose and then actively exhale out like you're having a little engagement of your abs and your diaphragm. 5 more. Good. And then just a little gentle push in and up right in the middle there. So that deepest, well, it's not the deepest, but it's the biggest, and it's very deep in your body. Lymph node, your cisterna chyli, is in there, deep, profound to the front of your body. Coming into the inguinal fold between your pubic bone and your hip bones. And then taking your hands behind the eye of your knee, circling in there. Shake it out. We're going to do some like different types of circles to start off today. So we'll start actually down at the bottom. We're going to start with our feet. So I'm going to take my hands on my knees and I'm going to circle my feet. I'm trying to mobilize around the edges of my feet. So as I'm circling my knees, I'm rolling around my feet. Change direction. And then you open your feet a little wider and circle in different directions. Letting that massage out inside of your feet. Change direction. Bones fascia, just getting some movement. And then you're going to come in, move the camera down a little, and you're going to make circles with your foot. So it's like this. Doesn't have to be, don't really push, just mobilize. So I'm not pushing through, I'm just mobilizing as I circle around over that foot. Go the other way. And then switch it to the other side, circling the ankle and foot. My toes are pretty much staying in the same place. I'm circling my ankle around and change direction, go the other way. Open your feet wide, circles with your pelvis. Big circles, stick out your butt. Think of steering these circles with your tailbone and with your pubic bone. So tailbone is really reaching out in the back, pubic bone is reaching forward. Again, staying present with yourself as you're working out. Change direction, other way. Good. And then we're going to change the circles. You're going to stand on one leg and you're going to circle the leg, other leg. You can take your hands on your hips. You can hold the space. You can relax your arms. It's probably going to be easier to put your arms somewhere to help you balance. You can hold onto something if you need to. Change direction. There's Lord Gaylord down at the bottom. And then switch it to your other side, other leg, circling out and back. So you want to do like 4 or 5 of these. And then change direction. And you may feel that it's actually the standing leg that's doing most of the work as that working leg is freely moving around. Now we're going to change the exercise. You're going to stand, dangle this leg, and circle the standing hip. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something, but circling the pelvis over your leg. And then change direction. Mobilizing that femur head right up in the hip socket, your thigh bone, and then change it to the other side. Circling in one direction, letting this leg hang. You can bend your knee, you can do whatever you want, but just try not to touch down. Obviously, if you're going to fall, you can touch down. Change direction, other way. Woo! Just notice what's going on with your head, your rib cage. Let them free up. Good, and coming in. All right, let's do circles with our shoulders. So I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to sort of let this wave through my whole body, but I'm also circling my shoulders. So there's sort of an undulation happening through my spine as my shoulders are circling. And then change direction, up and over. I'm trying to slow down my cueing a little bit. My mom told me I was going too fast. Susan in my class told me it all happens too fast. I think it kind of depends on our ages, how quickly we transition and take things in, and our previous experience. How much of this stuff have we done? All right, you're going to interlace your hands up over your head. My arms are trying to pull outwards. And I'm going to, so my elbows are bending out to the sides. My fingers are holding it together and I'm circling my arms over my head. I'm letting my rib cage, lungs, heart, and diaphragm really mobilize. And then change direction other way. Good. And then relax that. And we're just going to drop our head down the middle and then look to the ceiling. Head drops down, look up. As you're doing this, see if you can kind of relax your eyes. So eyes aren't working hard. And then come into center, look to one side, look to the other side. Take in the environment around you. Letting your eyes go as far out as possible. So like See what's in the next room, see what's out the window, taking in the big environment. And then you're going to take your finger right in front of your face and you're going to watch your finger. So now look at your finger and let the peripheral world, what's behind your finger, just gently come in, but you're focusing on your finger. Side to side, look at your finger. And then you're going to come into center. Keep your head still, eyes just moving, following your finger. Good. And then we're going to do this one more time where you're moving your head and your finger together. And then you're going to close your eyes and imagine that you're seeing what you're putting together in your imagination, what it looked like to look at your finger and take in the environment around you, but with your eyes closed. So you're imaginarily focusing on your finger, but seeing the room or the space you're in your imagination. Just imagining that you see it. Good. And then come in, let that go. Rub your hands together, cups onto your eyes. So I have this whole circle of my palm over my eye. The inner palm is not touching my eye. So really I'm touching like my forehead and my cheekbone. And I'm just gonna hold that there, breathing into it. Let your eyes relax. So there's nothing to see. Your hands are covering your eyes and they're just hanging out there. This, just putting your hands over your eyes for a few minutes a day can really help relax your eyes and release them. And then what we're going to do is without touching your eyeball at all, you're just going to gently, softly make little teeny circles where your hand is touching the ridge of your eyebrow and your cheekbone. So they're small. I'm just massaging the outer edge of my eye. My skin is kind of just catching onto my palm. I'm not moving a lot. It's not an eye rub. Circle the other way. It's almost like you're massaging your cheekbone and your eyebrow. Good. And then relax that. Let it go. Shake it out. And we're going to take it down to the floor. Yeah, both Anthony and I have been doing like all this eye research, like how to strengthen your vision. And those are some of the exercises. All right. We have a cross-legged position, arms out to the sides, letting your head go off vertical. Inhale up through the center, take it over to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sideways. Inhale, open. Exhale. Using your breath. Making a really nice C curve from your sit bone through your fingertips. Coming up through center, over to the other side. We're going to circle it the whole way around. So you're going to take it to the side, shifting forward, changing arms as you come around the front, and then inhale, open. Going the other way, sideways, forward, sideways, and open. Letting your head move away from your tail. So this, for me, this is a really good lower back stretch because I'm moving through these places from the sideways place to the diagonal, to the front, to the diagonal, to the side, and opening up. You can go slower or faster if you need to, right? Don't think that my tempo has to be your tempo. I am a very fast oriented person. I'm a speed demon. I tend to, Anthony calls it barreling ahead, because I tend to go into barrel ahead mode and just keep doing things. And sometimes people need more time in the transitions, right? Change legs. And we're going to change the exercise. We're going to go back to circles. Now we are circling your gut body inside of inside your body. Your guts making that circle in your belly button. rib cage, diaphragm floating around, and let your head free up. Change direction. The one thing about being a speed demon is sometimes when you're always on the move, you never actually arrive anywhere, right? You're just, and in this day and age of so much distraction, really slowing down and arriving where you are is incredibly healthy for our body mind system. Let's just take it forward here, landing, coming down, letting your head release down there, breathing into your body. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. And then just gently switch from side to side and come up. And we're going to take it all the way down to the floor. So coming onto your back on the floor. Ah, let's do a couple of hums here. So when we hum, we stimulate the production of nitric oxide, and that is a vasodilator. That means it opens up like it makes it easier for our blood to flow. It opens it up. Instead of constricting it, it's expanding it. Um, Also, it's an antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. So when we hum, we're producing this nitric oxide. We produce it in our little cavities of our sinuses. Then when we inhale back in through our nose, we're drawing it in. It moves down into our lungs and goes into our bloodstream. So we're gonna hum. We can also, while we're humming, if it feels good, micro move your spine. So finding the head-tail connection, letting it wiggle like a tadpole, or in any other way, an eel. The hum lasts as long as you feel comfortable. Whenever you need to breathe in through your nose. You could take a tiny little breath hold and then breathe naturally and hum again. Here we go. Invite yourself really deeply into your experience. So it's not like you're somebody outside of yourself watching the thing or conceptualizing the thing, but really come into the sensation of experience, of being in your body. So try to stay present with feeling your body. So I like to, when I do the long hum, I do the inhale and have a breath hold there. I like to kind of just imagine myself floating within that breath hold. It feels very spacious and suspended, like it's kind of lifted up. So you can notice how it is for you or what it feels like for you. And then just cueing that just to give you more thought into what what your experience might be. Yeah, it's like I'm suspended in the stillness. So I'm micro moving on the hum exhale. And I'm finding that within my body, there are different tempos. Like some parts want to go really slow and some parts want to go a little faster. But then when I take that breath in and hold it, it's like there's this like free floating in space suspension that feels really relaxed. Let's do one last breath. As you finish that, just start to roll slowly from side to side. So the slow roll, massaging out your back, letting the fluid in your body slosh and surge from side to side. So really relaxed, whole body dropping into the earth, giving into the gravitational pull of the earth, nestling into gravity. Gravity says you belong. If you can feel yourself here on the planet, you belong. Probably belong even if you can't feel yourself. So as if you're just slowly, gently tumbling from side to side in your body, massaging out your back body and even your side body a little bit. Try to keep your head relaxed, feet relaxed. You could spend a long time just with this exercise of just rolling back and forth. If you have a lot of tension in your neck and shoulders, I highly recommend spending some time rolling through, and not sort of the aggressive foam roller, like I gotta fix this and get everything out of there, but the really gentle, allowing your nervous system to unwind the patterns that are holding that tension in there, right? Because the tension is a holding pattern. And if we try to force it to fix it, sometimes it works. And sometimes the body work works, sometimes all that stuff works, but then sometimes the pattern just comes right back because that's the pattern that you're holding in your body, right? And it's a combo of your consciousness, your subconsciousness, and your fascia holding that pattern. So when we're doing this slow rolling, we're inviting our body to understand something different. Like, oh, we're in a different relationship to gravity. We're moving that relationship. We're inviting ourselves to let go. This is like kind of somatic inquiry stuff. Like, what does it feel like in here? Is there anything I can let go of? Is there anything I can release more? How often do you let yourself slow down? Don't worry, we're going to get back into bigger movement in a minute, but let yourself enjoy this slow roll. Like you just are in bed and you're just moving around in there. We're going to slowly start to let yourself come up to a seated position. And then, in any way that feels good, you're going to take it back down to the floor, roll across to the other side, and come up to a seated position. Any strategy to get yourself back down to the floor, use your hands, don't use your hands, however you want to try it. Let yourself be rolling from side to side, coming up, taking it back down. Maybe a little more speed. If you have more speed, sometimes there's more momentum that makes it easier to come up, easier to go down. So rolling and giving your tissue the information that it's okay. You don't have to like hold on so tightly. You can just kind of use the momentum to move around. We're going to add to it. So you're going to come onto your side. You're going to put your hands down. You're going to take your butt up and then come back down. Roll it over to the other side. Hands on the floor, feet on the floor, butt towards the ceiling. You don't have to go for the big hamstring stretch. You're just lifting up a little bit, rolling, coming into some kind of quadruped, taking it back. You could also just come into this kind of a quadruped, hands and knees, right? If it's too much to stand up, try coming up onto all fours. Different strategies to get up and down, which you can see where we're going. We are now going to do the full splat into the floor and then find any way that feels interesting to get up and then take it back down. And a full splat. Getting up in any way. Use your hands. Don't use your hands. Whatever you want to do. Try coming down the front. Try coming down the back. We've done both sides, a bunch of getting up and down. So finding different ways. to get up and down. This is mobility training. This is functional movement. I can get up. I can get down. And it doesn't have to be like perfect in any way. We're not a synchronized swim team. We are just people getting down to the ground. And that is a skill that you want to have for the rest of your life. And if it feels awkward and uncomfortable now, keep doing it for a few days. Keep doing it for a few weeks. Keep doing it for a few months. See what happens. All right, let's take it down. Rest. Feel your heartbeat. So compare your body now to when we did the big who breath shakeout and we stopped. So we did the countdown from 10 to 1, then we stopped and you could feel whatever you felt in your body. Feel what it feels like now in your body. What are you noticing? And then taking your feet, maybe you can touch them with your fingers, lift your pelvis up, opening the front of the hip flexors, right? This is an anti-sitting position, right? This is a recuperation from sitting position, right? Opening the front of the hip flexors. So we're going to circle our hips again, circling around here. Back body working, opening the front of your body. And then change direction, go the other way. Come in, we're going to come down. We're going to do a little Leslie Kaminoff breath exercise that I learned, which I do hear every once in a while. So what you're going to do is you're going to press up. I'm just going to show you my belly. You're going to take a deep breath in, push up further, take your chest towards your chin. You're going to exhale out. Keep your chest towards your chin. Keep that exhale. Roll it down through your spine. When you hit the bottom, let it fill up again. It should kind of act like a vacuum. Like as you're going down, you should feel your organs getting a little movement, pressing it up. Maybe some more spaciousness in your diaphragm. Deep breath in, chest to chin. Push with your legs. Exhale. Keep the chest at your chin. Exhale as much out as you can. Roll it down vertebra by vertebra. Don't take forever. When you hit the bottom, open up again. Let that lumbar curve come back in. So we're not trying to breathe in this clench. We want to have that expansive, natural curves of the spine come back in. Press it up again. Deep breath in, chest to chin. Exhale. Roll it down. Hold your breath out. Let your body fill up when you hit the bottom. It should feel really good. I feel like it just is like, the air just rushes in. You don't have to breathe. It just comes in. Let's do last time. So probably you don't want to do more than 4 or 5 times of this ever. Maybe you do. If you do a lot of breath work, it's fine. Push, chest to chin, inhale, exhale. Roll it down. Open it back up. Yeah, so if this is totally new, 3 or 4 times is plenty. If you've done it a bunch, you could do it more. But I feel like you get the benefit. If you do 3 good ones, you've received the benefit of the exercise. Roll it back and forth, rounding through your spine, massaging through your back. If you have the wherewithal, if you have the agility to come all the way up, go for it. If you don't, just try to get yourself forward. You can push from the back. Although if this hurts your knees, maybe don't do it, right? If it hurts your knees when you're coming up, then just keep the roll here. Little rock and roll Pilates style. But if you feel good about it, go for the whole thing. And there's no judgment, we're all learning. So don't be like, oh, I can't do that, I suck. Be like, oh, I'm learning how to do this thing. Let's see where I am next week. All right, right? We don't need to beat ourselves up. This is part of that coherence. If we in our brain are saying shitty things to our body hears that, right? Our cells, the CELLSs in our body know what we're thinking. It's not a secret. So be kind and generous and compassionate and forgiving with your own body. Let's take a just a quick happy baby wiggling around in the happy baby, imagining that you're a happy baby. What does it feel like to be a happy baby? What if we really supported the mothers in this world and the fathers so that they could be generous and kind while raising their children? All right, let's take our feet down to the floor, press it up. You're going to, I had a plan. You're going to interlace your hands behind your back, walk your shoulders close together, and from there, push up. You're going to lift your heels off the floor and lower. Inhale up, exhale down. Pelvis high. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Go up and stay, push, pulsing for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Push with your back body and your arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your hands, lower your heels, roll it down through your spine. Take your knees and just make circles, massaging out your lower back. As you're doing these knee circles, relax your gut body. Relax your butt. Let your arms do the work. I mean, it's not a lot of work. Go the other way. Let your body massage out your sacrum and your tailbone. It's not really massaging out your tailbone, but your tailbone's in there, so you're moving it around. But your sacrum, which is this bone, this big sort of bony section of vertebrae that are fused right in here, usually a lot of people get kind of tight in there. Let's roll it over onto our bellies and do more back work. Hands by your sides. You're going to inhale, lift arms and legs, radiate out, bring it in, and come down. Lift, open up into a star, bring it in, and come down. Up, spread, narrow, and lower. Up, open out, bring it in, come down. Up, open, in, and down. 2 more. Up, open, in, and down. Last one. Up, open, in. Keep pushing all the way up and take it back down. Inhale, lift and arch. Exhale, down. Relax your face. Unclench your jaw. And then you're going to come up and you're going to kind of stick your jaw forward. And then let your head drop down. Stick your jaw forward. Drop it down. Stick your jaw forward. Drop it down. If you saw the Super Bowl halftime show, which I'm still a little bit obsessed with, most of the commercials were so physically disturbing. It's unbelievable. But that was one of them. Taika Waititi did that ad with seal in it as a seal. It was definitely like weirdly disturbing. Take it down to the floor. Let your legs fall from side to side. But I saw a video, like the making of that, and they did have Seal like this singing his song, right? Take it back, round your spine, wiggle again from side to side. Free up your head-tail connection. Breathe spaciousness into your whole back. Big, expansive breathing. And then take it forward. And we're gonna do push-ups into a side plank. So I'm gonna do regular push-ups. So I call these ones tricep push-ups with your hands next to your chest. When I open a little wider and my elbows go out, those are more like pec push-ups. So I'm gonna do a pec push-up and push into a side plank. pec push-up, side plank. If you need to do this on your knees, you can. It's really up to you. So here we are. We're going to have a push-up into a side plank. Push-up, side plank. If you need to do it with your knees, you can just put them down. Good, and relax. Let's take your forearms to the floor, palms up. You're going to curl your hands in, make a fist. Take your weight forward, roll it over, stop in the name of love. Hands down, roll it, curl in, roll it down, roll it over, hands up, down, roll, fist, roll, hands, fist, hands, fist, hands. Last one. Take this into a forearm plank. Push forward and backward, head forward, heels back. Come in, one knee to the floor at a time, parallel, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, crossing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down. Relax. Yeah, I'm still obsessed with Kendrick Lamar's Bell Bottoms with Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam and learning about what all the messaging was in that halftime show. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of genius. Let's take the arms out, side, side, circles. Change direction. Hands next to your chest. Arch up. Drop your head. Push with your arms. Round your spine. Take it back to a child's pose. Couple of big deep breaths. Take it forward onto all fours. You're going to curl your toes under in the back. Downward dog. Lift your heels high and then lower your heels. Lift it up, lower it down. Lift and lower and lift and lower. If you need to come down and do this from all fours, this next thing you can. You can do it here. We're going to do this. Or from downward dog, you're going to lift your leg up, carry it out to the side, circle. Up, out, down, up. One more. Change it to the other side. Up, out, and down. We're doing like 5 or 6 on each side. As big as you can get. And release. Come down. We are going to do the reverse, but we're going to take a break for a second. Interlace your fingers and pulling out again. Your fingers are holding it together. You're going to push forward, then in, and then top of the hands to the ceiling and come down. Push forward, in, ceiling, and down. You're pulling your arms. You're trying to pull your arms apart, but your fingers are holding it together. Push, top of the hand to the ceiling. Palms of the hands, top of the hands. Palms of the hands, top of the hands. Good. And then circles, flamenco dancer, arms coming down. Shoulders relaxed. Wings of the heart, wings of the lungs. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And we're going to go back up for the reverse. So it's going to go out to the side, up and down. Taking it back to your downward dog. Leg goes out to the side, hits the ceiling, and comes down. 1, 2, 3. Pushing with your arms. 4. Last one. 5. Other side. Leg goes out and up. 1, 2. Strong hip sockets. 3. Strong bones. 4, 5. Take it down. Have another little break for your hands. Shake it out. And then we're going to take it forward. Knees are going to walk back. Circles with your pelvis toward the floor and then into the back space. Big circles. So you come into an arch and then almost into a child's pose. Pelvis going from side to side as you're making those circles. Change direction. Good. And relax. So we've done like a ton of circles today, but I want to finish it off with one more set of circles on our backs. All those circles are great, particularly for the ball and socket joints, right? But when we're moving in circles, it gives our tissue something very different than when we're moving like linear movement. The more three-dimensional the movement, the more the tissue gets a chance to hydrate in a more dynamic way. All right, hands down by your butt, circles with your legs, as big or small as you want to go. And if you feel like making this harder, you can peel your butt up and then open it out. Two more. Last one. Relax into the floor. If you have a sticky mat, get your heels on your sticky mat and take a heel rock. Try to relax your pelvis, your head and neck, your ribs, letting this movement ripple up and down through your body. Relax your neck and jaw, relax your tongue, relax your eyes. You can close your eyes. Breathe, bringing this wave movement rippling through your body. And then release that. Turn your legs in and out. We'll do a knee over knee. We're almost done. Bend both knees, draw it in towards you. Stretching your hips. Breathe into it. And then switch it to the other side. Same thing. My hips are tight. Breathe. And release. Roll yourself onto your feet. Open your feet wide. Shift from one leg to the other. Bending one knee, bending the other. Let your head and neck release. And then come into center. Shake your head no, nod yes. Bend your knees, roll it up through your spine. Head is the last thing to come up. And then just breathing. Inhale. Open, gather in. Take your hands together, bringing them down in prayer. Opening out, bringing it in. One more. Open it out. Bring it in. And then we're going to dive up, diving through the ceiling, opening it out. Or if you could say diving into the sky, opening it out, centering yourself, and then diving into the inspirations, into the heavens. Good. Shake it out. Let it go. Let me do a quick TV land check. I don't think much has happened over there, but you never know. No, anyone in TV land, if you make it this far, you win the prize. You win the